let me dive into discussion with former Indian cricketer Yajurvendra Singh. We also have two fans from two camps, Delhi and Rajasthan. I can see you, Ronak, not too happy with your team's performance. But Yajurvendra, let me come to you this evening. Are the Delhi Capitals looking the strongest side this season?
Yeah, they're looking very good. But so is Mumbai Indians. So I think these are the two sides who seem to have got their act together. And that's interesting. But I agree with you, Delhi is looking really a powerful side with the Indian batting lineup, the young Indian batting lineup they have, as well as the bowling. The bowling is the international bowlers, the Indian bowlers, the spinners. I think it's just working out. And then the fielding, I mean, the Hetmeyer's catches were magnificent today. So I think overall they are working and towards a very, definitely a very positive sign at this stage of the tournament.
Ronak, let me come to you. Well, the team went back to Sharjah, but the magic didn't revive. Steve Smith and Sanju Samson, who gave you very good start in the first two matches and set the platform in the first two games, they are not firing, and thereby Rajasthan is not being able to put up a good score as well.
Yeah, I mean, although we came back to Sharjah, I think we have taken our bad luck from Abu Dhabi and Dubai along with us. I mean, 4 losses in a row. I think this happened back in 2012. And these 4 losses have been like, big losses in this season, not like a 5-run or a 10-run margin, but really huge losses. I think the top 3 not firing, Butler, Smith and Samson is the biggest worry. I mean, Samson especially. I mean, how often you see him performing extremely well in the first 2 matches of the season or the early parts of the season and just, flattering to deceive as the season moves forwards. And I think it's become another of the typical Sanju Samson season that we normally see in the IPL. So I think the top 3 guys not firing is the biggest issue right now for Rajasthan.
That's the biggest worry. Ahan, to you, I know that you're very happy with your team's overall performance. But let me talk about the West Indian in your side. At some point in every IPL, we've seen the West Indians lighting up the IPL. It happened last night with Nicholas Puran. And tonight, Shimron Hetmyer, how good was he?
Yeah, I think it's a great sign that Shimron Hetmyer played as well as he did today. Because till now, if you look at our batting order, our top 5 had all scored runs, but Hetmyer hadn't really got an opportunity. And today when the opportunity came, he got to bat 10 overs. He hit 45 runs really quickly, and then he also took 3 brilliant catches. And our fielding has been kind of off before today. And the fact that we lifted our fielding standards, that really helped us defend what was maybe a slightly subpar score at Sharjah.
Yajurvendra, would you say that Delhi's, sorry, not Delhi, but Rajasthan's problem really lies in chopping and changing too much, and that's also the problem with Kings 11 Punjab? Too many personnel are being tried in the first 6 matches?
I do feel that 17 players have already played. But it's not because of chopping and changing. They're trying to find the combination. And this is what the basic problem has been with a lot of major sides, is that they've not had the time to be able to, organize their playing 11. And so it's like a trial and testing situation that is happening. So unfortunately, some of the teams are suffering in that, and Rajasthan Royals is a definite example, and so is Kings 11. Because when you're losing and you're not getting players to fire, you want to try the other ones who are in the bench, but you're not so confident. Whereas if you see Delhi and you see Mumbai, they seem to be very well settled with their 11. And this is the chop and change. But when Rajasthan Royals, I think they were hoping to win this match because after that they would have the services of Ben Stokes. And that would have added a good amount of fire to their sort of a team. Unfortunately, they've lost badly today. And I think it's because of this, that uncertainty. Even they have a new coach who doesn't know all the players. And I think this is where a lot of the captains and coaches are suffering.
You've been making that point time and again. Before we go further into the discussion, let me show our viewers the batting cards of both the teams tonight. Well, it was the Delhi team batting first. They got 284 for 8, and as we've been saying for the first time this season, our team batting first has not got to 200 runs. Shimran Hetmaya hit 45 runs, Stoinis 39 of those runs. Jofra Archer was the pick of the Delhi bowlers, picking 3 for 24. And let's have a look at the Rajasthan batting card now. They were all out for 138. Tewatia top scored with 38 runs. Jaiswal adding 34. Hagizo Rabada once again was sensational, picking up 3 for 35. He is the purple cap holder in the tournament now with 14 wickets. Let me get back to Ronak. Ronak, it's still too early in the tournament. No reason to panic for your team, would you say?
No reasons to panic as such. It's still a long way in the tournament. The only thing worrying right now is that we have lost these matches very badly, and the net run rate has gone for a toss. Normally, you see 14 points being enough to qualify for the playoffs if you have a healthy run rate. And right now, we are at 2 wins, which is 4 points. So I think out of the next 8 matches, we'll definitely have to win the next 6 to be definitely be able to qualify for the playoffs. With Stokes coming back in, it's a huge boost. He will definitely strengthen the middle order, strengthen the death bowling, and he will be the perfect foil to Jofra Archer, which he's not getting a able support as another foreign bowler for us. So Stokes addition should, change the game for the next couple of matches.
But we still don't know, because your captain Steve Smith in the post-match conference did not commit to Stokes coming back. Ahan, let me come to you. Sharjah is known as the graveyard for bowlers, but tonight there was a fair balance between the bat and the ball. The bowlers will, come off the match smiling.
Yeah, I think today actually both sets of bowlers bowled really well. And what was really pleasing from a Delhi fan point of view was the fact that we didn't maybe get as much as we wanted to batting first, but the whole bowling team stood up as a unit. Ashwin bowled really well. He bowled 2 overs in the power play for less than run a ball. Nortje bowled 2 overs again really early for 5 runs. And even Rabada stood up at the end. Akshar Patel stood up, took wickets, and Stoinis stood up. So It wasn't just one bowler or 2 bowlers who stood up. It was a whole unit that stood up together.
Yeah, Jirvendra, one final question to you. Well, we've seen in the IPL that the teams that go on to win more matches towards the latter half of the tournament and get their people together are the ones who come in the top 4. Would you then say for teams like Rajasthan, Chennai and Punjab, the time for panic has not come till now?
Yeah, I think where Rajasthan and Punjab are concerned, it's going to be a very tough option now for them, because they've lost too many matches and that flow is just, it's ebbed, their success earlier. And I think Chennai, let's see what happens this weekend. But if they lose in this weekend, then they are also in the same stage. It's very difficult, in these sort of circumstances to make up. I know Rajasthan in the very first year lost 5 matches and then went on to win the tournament.
Win the championship,
and
yes.
Mumbai has also done that in the past. Yes, there have been occasions like that, but it's a tough call. It's a very tough call. And at this stage, I don't see these 2 teams actually in the qualifying stage.
Right. Thank you very much, gentlemen, for joining me on the broadcast this evening.